Peace. Assalamu alaikum to everybody. This is Brother Rahim again, your investigator, reporter. I investigate, report back to the people. This is a recap of the debate I had against Josh. And this will be pertaining to part 2. And we had the discussion, and Josh asked, was the Bible corrupted or anything? And we're going to get into that right now, because now I can not only give people the perspective of what is being said, but I can give you the visual. Audio and visual equals thought. You're not just going to get audio now. So now it's going to be a whole different thing. See, he ain't going to be able to give you visual like I can. I'm going to give you different places, different sources that's saying the Bible is corrupted. Some people that are not Muslim or Christian is saying this. Some of the people are Christians saying this. That's deep. He didn't want to get into that. But let's go into it. Talks about the original books. Your original books is gone, bruh. The only thing you can deal with is your most ancient copies. That's what y'all dealing with. You asked me on there, I ain't want to get into it. That's what you go into. And then you're going to go into talking about forgery, and I need the original signature. Dude, what that has to do with your original manuscripts are gone. That's something you have to work out with your people. See, I have my original manuscript in Arabic. The Quran. The same script, the same message that was 1400 years ago is the same today. I know because I've studied a bunch of Qurans. Okay? Over 12 or 13 in the Arabic. You can't do that. You haven't done that because you don't read Arabic. The English is just a translation. So the English can be the interpretation of the one whose translation or translating due to his or her education of English. But what would the Arabic say? So, being you don't read, you don't understand. So your original manuscripts are gone. Let's get that straight right now. They're gone. So the only ones you can deal with is the most ancient copies. Again, it's something you have to work out with your people, not us. This is the English Bible. I put that inside the debate. Now you can see for yourself the book, and this is saying you can read the top part. I'm just going to go to the part that's most important. This text is incorporated the mistakes of generations of copyists, and in spite of the care bestowed on it, many errors of later copyists also found their way into it. This is coming from a Bible, yours. Incorporated the mistakes of generations of copyists. Generations. That's with an S. You know how many mistakes there probably is? I've heard students say it's over 50,000 errors. And then it says later copyists also found many errors later copyists also found their way into it. Now you have mistakes on top of mistakes from other copyists. The Harper Collins Study Bible, it says, I'm going to just read the most important part. It says, yet the King James Version has serious defects. By the middle of the 19th century, the development of the biblical studies and the discovery of many biblical manuscripts more ancient, I just showed you, more ancient than those of which the King James Version was based, made it apparent that these defects were so many as to call for revision. This is from your own Bible, man. Now let's see what HarperCollins says again about Genesis. Genesis introduction, page 4. This is what he says. Science, history, and Genesis. Genesis is not a scientific or historical textbook in the modern sense. Rather, it is a narration of ancient Israel traditions and concepts of the past, mixture of myths and legends, cultural memories, revisions of tradition, and literary brilliance. Revisions of tradition. Wow. Okay. Myths. Wow. So, if this is supposed to be the inspiration of God to men to give to their nation so they can be righteous, myths have nothing to do with spirituality. Myths are stories that are made up to tell a story. It's not even real. Like in the Bible, it says unicorn. A unicorn is a myth. And some people may think a unicorn is a horse with a horn. No, it's different body parts from other animals to make that one so-called horse with the horn. And if you read about it, that horn is a sexual tool. And I don't even want to get into it. Please, go check out what unicorn means. And I may even throw it up in part 3. That's what I'm going to do. I'll do it for you. I'm going to show you. So, myths like that have no business in what's supposed to be the spiritual abundance of God for man. But let's move on. Gerald Massey, one of the finest historians out there. Okay. I mean, he did the thing on Egypt, the Book of Ani. He did a bunch of wonderful works. This is what he said. The only way to dispose finally of the false history in the Old Testament or the New is by recovering the true African tradition. Wow. The natural genesis and continuity of the typology have been traced from the beginning to their culmination in equinoctial Christolatry. The supremest verities of revealed truth are proved to be only falsifications of ancient African fables, and the facts adduced in evidence suffice to confirm the long suspected flaw in the title deeds of Christianity. They demonstrate the non-historical nature of the gospel records and show them to be the work of virtual forgers who obtain possession of sacerdotal authority upon pretenses entirely false. He's not a Christian and he's not a Muslim. In his book, The Historical Jesus and the Mythical Christ, you got all the information so you can go check it out, people. Right there in front of your face. I'm giving it to you. Wow. So I told you, I got some stuff. And I got more, but I'm not gonna go into my chest a little, and give you all. But now, funny thing, he went into a verse in the Quran where it talked about Mary the Virgin. Let's get into that, because I wanted to get into it, but he didn't let me. So I'm gonna get into it now, because it's my time. Look at the NIV Bible. It says the virgin will be with child. The King James Version says the same thing. Now, if you look at the RSV, it says, behold, a young woman. Now listen to me, people. You go into the Hebrew. This is why the RSV corrected it. Remember they talked about doing revisions? These are certain types of revisions. This revision is because in Hebrew, the word Alma is there. That means young woman. That was replaced with Bethula version for the English version. So you have everybody walking around here with these King James and NIV Bibles and these other versions with the word virgin when it's supposed to be young woman. And I can prove that without a doubt from the Hebrew. But I don't need to prove it because I just showed you one book said one thing and the other book said another. It's an error. As I've read to you, these other people are talking about defects, errors, fables, mishaps. Come on. So there it is, people. Right in front of your face. See, so now you can see where I get my stuff from. These are actual books. I have these books. So, a young woman better not come telling me a young woman is synonymous with virgin. No, it's not. I have a document where a 9-year-old girl had a baby. She's not a virgin. She's young. She's not even a young woman. She's a young girl. Okay? So don't try to pull that on me. Nah. So see, they changing stuff in their book. What is going on? That is an error or contradiction or whatever you want to call it, but it's not right. Coming from their book. Now, plagiarism. How can Kings, whoever wrote Kings, and Isaiah have the exact same words in their book? From 2 different times, 2 different places. No 2 men ever, if you put them in a situation and told them to give comments on that situation, they will not write the same words. That's like 0 to 1,000,000. It won't happen. They even have plagiarism in their own book. This is not outside of another version of the Bible. No, this is within the King James Version. Plagiarism. Come on, people, read those verses. Now that you got them, you can read them and see them for yourself. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now that when you read this is kind of crazy because I just can't see me sitting down with my child reading this. I read one in the debate. Now listen to what Isaiah says. It says the same thing. 36:12. Basically same person. But Rabshakeh said, "Hath my master sent me to thy master, and to thee speak these words? Hath he not sent me to the men that sit upon the wall, that they may eat their own dung and drink their own piss with you?" People, come on. It's supposed to be a spiritual book, and this is in there? I wonder if Brother Josh knows this. And I have 6 other verses, and you can see I have 3, and I only gave y'all 1 in the debate. Come on. That's the corruption. The corruption can be, profanity, errors, myths. It's just a corruption because it's not spiritual or the original. There's nothing spiritual about this. Why would God talk about somebody's feces and urine? And just in case you want to go there, this is what it means in the lexicon. In case you say, I don't have it.